Hey, so it's Thursday, almost close to Thanksgiving, and I'm going to be reviewing the BFG Pro by Victrix PlayStation controller in the style of the Xbox, and the Victrix logo is similar to the Xbox logo. There's a few things to say about this controller. I would rate this controller a 7.5, maybe an 8 out of 10. You have several options. As you can see here, if you want to play fighting games, there's a fight stick pad that you can add to this controller. So you can make this a fight stick controller. And then they give you two different D-pads right here. I think, oh no, it's down here. They give you two different D-pads. You already have the one that comes with it, which is basically pretty terrible as a D-pad, but they give you two different ones. One is just like the Xbox Series X. The other one is like the PS5. Now, the Series X controller, just to comparison size by size, it's pretty much the same size. It's pretty much the same weight as well. Now, I've had custom, or not custom, but specialty controllers for my Xbox, right? And they've always had a pinky and index finger trigger back here for the face buttons, or you can map them to any buttons. The ones I have like magnetic little sort of dongles that you can just put on, and you can. The important thing is you can take them off. So once you take them off, it's just smooth, just as a regular controller. If you want to use that option and use your pinky and ring fingers for, you know, triggering here, like, you know, hitting two triggers here, you can do that. Or one trigger here up here, one trigger here down here, one up here, one up here, or just one here, and that's it. Or one here, or any configuration out of, you know, two triggers on each side. Okay, so that's what I had with my Xbox, sort of equivalent to a Pro controller. This one has the same thing, except it's hard stuck. It's permanent. You have to live with this. Okay, so this is one of the big knocks against the controller. And I'm a big fan of Victrix. As you can see, I have a hitbox, as well as a regular PlayStation 5 fight stick. But man, the biggest knock is these are fixed, and you really, I'll get back to it. Another one is you always have to plug it in and plug it out after you turn on your PlayStation. So there's no connectivity wireless except for using this dongle, and I haven't tested the battery life, but I've usually kept it, you know, in its normal mode. But about these triggers, basically, if you're a regular game player, you just want the Xbox layout, this may not be the best thing for you, because if you're just going to be using the face buttons, just as a regular, you know, games player, like playing a little bit of Black Myth right now, action game, you're gonna have to live with the fact that you're always gonna have these buttons here. Okay, if you're a casual gamer, you're always gonna have these buttons, and it gets worse when you go up the ladder. If you're a competitive gamer, it says Pro, right? If you're a competitive gamer, you're hard stuck with these buttons. You better learn these buttons, because in the heat of the moment, your finger will be hitting these buttons by accident. The detent is so, like, tiny. It's like 3 millimeters. So you will be hitting these, and all four of these buttons are triangle, square, X and O. That's one big knock. Another big knock is it's got 3 trigger settings, meaning 3 trigger access points. And you can change them with a little dongle here that's kind of counterintuitive, the way you do it. But, yeah, the trigger can go halfway, like I have it, or it can go all the way down, like if I were to sorry, yeah. if you were to do that, right? Now it's a hair trigger. I just click the button for the hair trigger, and you can actually get it all the way down. Let me see if I can do it. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you can get it all the way down. Oops. Guess not. Get them all the way down. All the way down. So the issue I have with this is it's not nearly as, it doesn't feel nearly as good as the triggers on the stock PS5 and stock Series X trigger. The spring tension just is not there. There's literally like half the spring tension, so it doesn't feel as good to like pull the trigger, or never mind, you know, like haptic feedback and all that. And also there are certain functions I noticed, like if you play the Last of Us a lot, which I've been playing, you know, a great deal of, then you know that there's this function where, and in a lot of PS5 games, like Horizon, I think, where you shake your controller, or you move your controller, or you can aim with your controller. This controller doesn't have that, I don't think, because I had to switch my entire controller layout function to play The Last of Us, because, you know, when you can't shake this thing to reset your flashlight's permanently like just blinking off and on, like it, you know, it's gonna cause an epileptic seizure or fit. But yeah, this controller is pretty good for casual play. But again, if you're a pro, I mean, you better learn these buttons. And this is one area where the controller is potentially very advantageous for a pro gamer, is that you can map the face buttons to here. But what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to use your pinky and ring finger to hit the face buttons, because you'll need your index and middle fingers to hit R1 and R2. But if you're able to do that on both hands, that leaves your right thumb free on the right thumbstick at all times. So if you're playing shooters, anything, having your right thumbstick free at all times is absolutely advantageous. And obviously I'm talking about, you know, console versus console player, not cross-play. This is never going to compete with a keyboard and mouse, but it is very advantageous for any type of game. If you can have your hands free instead of having to move this hand over to press the face buttons. But that's what, you know, casual gamers do. And if you're a casual gamer, you know, you're going to be hard stuck with these buttons right here. It's going to be something that you feel when you play, and it doesn't feel good, really. It doesn't feel smooth. It's not necessary. I mean, you could have them as accessories, like on other controller types, and not like hard stuck there. But yeah, that's the BFG, and it's pretty hefty in price. It's $150. And I think the Victrix hitbox was like 300 something. So Victrix products are a little bit overpriced, I think, and they're gonna go up in price a lot more after January 2025.